everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for joining me, and before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button somewhere over here and give this video a thumbs up. Today I'm going to be reviewing the L'Oreal True Match, and I'm going to be also reviewing the L'Oreal True Match La Touche Magique, which is, I believe, a highlighting pen. So I believe this one's been around for quite a while, and I'm not sure about this one, but they work together, and I was like, I'm gonna try them out. So I'm not one to try out a lot of different foundations. I think I've been using MAC Face and Body for 4 years because it's just so good to me. The color's so good, it's super sheer, I love it. But I really wanted to try this out, so I don't know much about it. It's gonna be my first impression on both. This says it's super blendable. It's a foundation, SPF 17, and it is oil-free, all-day wear. And I got the color Light Ivory W2, which I think is gonna be way too light for me, but we're gonna make it work. So you already know that I'm using my Bioderma, and you can already tell that my face is a lot lighter than my body. My body's quite tan. Well, not even that tan, but it's more tan than I usually am. My face isn't normally tan. So the foundation, I think, is going to be too light. It might match my face, and that's why I wore like a long sleeve so you can't really see the rest of my body, so that like I'm under disguise and you won't actually see that it won't work, but it's gonna be too light. I'm already setting myself up. It's gonna be too light. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face with my MAC Natural Radiance like normal. I do 2 pumps like this, and we're just gonna blend it out with my fingers. Maybe I should have done one side with no primer and then one side with the other primer, but
what?
I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
I guess let's just dive right into this. Let's do this True Match. I'm gonna take a damp beauty blender. Oh, can I mention also that this has 30 ml in it. I think is that less than a normal foundation? I think that's not as much as a regular foundation, and this was $17 at a drugstore, and I think I got it on sale. This is why I never buy it, I think, because I'm always like, oh, drugstore? $20? That's ridiculous. Okay, so it's quite liquidy. I have it on my hand, and it came out a lot faster than I was expecting it to. I'm just gonna dot it all over my face. Oh gosh, it's light, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. This is a nice, I'm gonna show you tricks too, maybe on how to make a lighter foundation work for your face when you're like starting to get a little bit tanned and maybe your foundation isn't working for you anymore. Because there are ways to make your foundation darker, or to like make it appear less light. So just going to use my beauty blender. Oh my gosh, this is so light. I don't even think this is my regular color, like when I'm not tanned. Oh my gosh. This is the problem with drugstore. You can't look at the color. Like, you can't try it on. Like, at least if you go to like a makeup store, you can like try it on, or like get someone to test it on you. Oh my gosh. Like, I think in the camera it does look a lot worse than in real life, but my boyfriend's laughing over there. Oh my gosh. I'm sure this happens to people like regularly, so I think I can make this work. I think. We're gonna try, guys. Okay, so I mean, other than the color being ghostly on me, the coverage is good. Like, I'm used to a very sheer coverage, so this is like, to me, full. This could be maybe medium to sheer on other people, but to me, this is like pretty full coverage. This is hilarious. Like, I blend in with my couch. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Okay. Like right away, like I like a super dewy finish. And this is almost giving me like a powdery look. Now that could be because it's obviously way too light for my face. I'm like staring at myself. Whenever you see me looking like this, it's because I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, mm. You definitely need a powder to set it because it feels like the foundation is still all over my face. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try the highlighting concealer stick, which I don't really need to be highlighted because I'm already so light everywhere. I wouldn't even be surprised if this was darker than my foundation, which it already looks like it's gonna be darker than the actual foundation I picked out, which is hilarious. So it's a twist one, but oh, there we go, product's coming out. So this is definitely darker than the foundation color I picked out. I will say though, I love the tone of this. This is like really yellow undertone, and I really like anything that has a yellow undertone compared to a pink undertone. So we'll just use that to conceal my under eyes, I guess. I'm so thrown off by how light the foundation is. It's really hard to tell if I like this product because I'm so light already. This is like taking away the tan that I've worked hard to get. This is like, you can see it. Oh, that's so funny. So, I mean, I kind of like that product. I really like how yellow it was. I think it would give me a nice highlight when I use my actual color. I think it will really brighten. But because my face is so light, I can't really see what it's doing. But you know what? So far, I like this product a lot more than I like the foundation. Yeah, this foundation is not setting. It's kind of giving me like, it's not giving me this really nice hydrated look that I like. It's looking more like powdery. It's weird. I'm just gonna continue to set my face with the next to nothing powder in the shade Light Plus, which is probably a little bit too light for me now, but it was too dark for me when I didn't have my tan. So this is a nice way to warm up your foundation, is maybe taking a powder that's a little bit darker than you are. Next, we're gonna go in with a bronzer. Bronzer is key if you want to darken your foundation and it's not working for you anymore and it's too light, but you still need to get away with it. Bronzer will be your best friend. We're just gonna go around my hairline. I'm just using a larger fluffy brush for this. And if your foundation is looking this light compared to your body, girl, you're gonna have to bronze a lot because she is really pale right now. So go under your cheekbone and really bring it on your cheek. Bring it across your nose. That always looks really nice. And do it to the other side. Whatever I've left on my brush, I'm just gonna kind of drag on my jawline and blend it all together. So I mean, it's better. I'm like looking at myself, I'm sorry. It's better, but it's still not my color. But I think I could get by. Like, it's definitely still too light, but it's a lot better than how it was looking before. I'm not big on blush, but I have one of MAC's new Extra Dimension blushes here, and this is in the color Telling Glow. And one, it's gonna go well with my new kind of peachy hair color. It's kind of this like orangey color blush. And again, I normally don't use blush, but it's another trick to make yourself appear a little bit darker, to give yourself a little bit more color, especially when you want to darken it. So we're just gonna add some blush. Oh, that's really pretty. Wow. I should wear this more often. These are new blushes, and I like to put a little bit on my nose as well. That just came out, and they have a super nice glow to them. One of my tricks is, let's say you go like a little bit too crazy with your, well, it could be your bronzer or your blush. I take my foundation sponge, or if you have a brush, take your brush, and I just kind of go over, because there's still foundation left on the sponge, just to kind of soften it, because sometimes, especially when it's a new blush, sometimes you don't know, is it more sheer, is it going to put more product on? So it's really easy to maybe overdo it if you're not used to the product. So this one has a lot of pigment, so it's really nice. And you can't forget about the highlight. I'm using Beaming Blush by MAC, and I'm just going to use a fan brush, and we're just going to highlight down my nose, and we're going to highlight my cheekbones. Again, I picked one that was a little bit more bronzy, just to, again, give myself some color, because she needs all the color she can get right now. Highlight, highlight, highlight. Alright, she's highlighted. You're just gonna want to set your makeup. I'm using MAC Fix Plus. You already know. Okay, so my kind of first impression on this is, okay, minus the color obviously being too light. We've already talked about that. The foundation looks okay. A little bit too matte for my taste. I think that's where I'm getting that powdery vibe from. I usually, I don't like anything matte on my face. It still feels like it hasn't set. Like it feels, I don't know. It just feels like it's there. Like I notice it and I can see it. I think for someone who likes a medium coverage, probably very buildable, the foundation. I could see it being very buildable, and more on a satin to matte side. It's definitely not dewy in my opinion. I think you'll like it. I think it's just not for me. But I'm definitely going to give the under eye pen another chance. But the foundation, I'm just going to have to pass. Alright everyone, this is the end of the review. I hope you enjoyed my little first impression on the L'Oreal True Match. And I hope you learned some tips and tricks on how to make a lighter foundation work. If you're getting a little bit of a tan, you know summer's coming. I think it happens to all of us. So throw in a little bit of bronzer, throw in some blush, a little bit of a darker powder, and you can make it work, at least for a couple weeks if you don't tan too fast. But it is normal to have to buy two colors, one for the winter, one for the summer, you know what I'm saying? Alright guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, leave me a little comment below on what product you want me to review next, and I will make sure to do it. And just, you know, take care of your mind, body, and soul. Bye. It's a little bit more powdery. Maybe it's almost too matte then for my oh yeah, for my taste. Thanks, Libby. That's the word I was thinking. Oh, thank you so much for joining me, and until next time. What? Why are you laughing at me?
How many outros?
How many do I do? Did you hear a good one yet?
10.
Alright guys, this is the final outro. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel.